Good evening. I'm Lisa James with Jacksonville University, DSIM 203, Applied Business and Economic Analysis. I will be reviewing and discussing dashboards and their practical use. Dashboards are designed to help organizations simplify the organization of complex data. This is particularly useful to sales organizations and other organizations who routinely track and report out statistics. We're going to start with the first step in creating a board, which is to create a dashboard layout mockup. The layout mockup is actually a way for us to help think through our analysis of our data. We do this by strategically placing questions and also how we might want to visualize our final product. This is extremely helpful in organizing the data. Look at the dashboard. We can actually see our questions pretty much come to life based on the mock-up that we created earlier. We can see our results and we can see what we're looking for in terms of organizing our data and creating a report that helps sales organizations, for example, with maybe analyzing their performance. The questions that we were asking in our mock-up actually have now been answered in our dashboard. I'm going to take a look at 3 questions that we had set up in our mock-up. The first question is, what is the 3-year sales trend for each product? If we look in the upper left-hand corner, we can see that we are measuring this by the number of units sold. We could just as easily use our revenue simply by changing the value in any of the fields that we were using in our analysis layer, which we will review later. As we can see, for a 3-year sales trend, it appears that actually our overall that we were selling about just over 15,000 units in 2009, up to 43 in 2010, and down to 28,851 in 2011. So our sales actually trended up and then back down again. We've also, in this particular chart, used a trend line to show us where our sales may end up over the next 4 years. And as we can see by the orange line, that our sales are actually trending upward. The next question that we asked was, what was our product percentage by year? And if we look just 2 spaces over, we can actually see that each product represented on our chart through the various colors, and we can also see through each year what percentage each product sold. And this is, again, we could use this exact chart to maybe track revenue. We could also track units. We actually have a slicer that's actually built in where we can actually choose just to look at 1 product at a time to compare 2 products, or in the case of this particular chart, we're actually comparing all 5 products. The third question that we had was, what are the top 3 and bottom 3 salespersons? If you look again to the left side, the second chart down, we can see actually our top and bottom salespersons based on not only dollar total sales, but also total number of units being sold as well. We also, if you look just below that, created a table where we actually were able to use conditional formatting to highlight our top 3 and our bottom 3 salespersons, just to give us a better visual. Also, in that particular chart, we were also able to pull out the minimum total sales for each salesperson as well as their average total sales. Going from those 3 questions, we can now take a look at how we actually got to the final analysis. We're going to go to our analysis layer, where you can see that we use pivot tables, pivot charts, created some feeder charts, to manipulate the data to get the answers that we were looking for. Our Excel spreadsheet actually helps us with creating our dashboard, which is a very useful tool for businesses. Thank you and have a great evening.